All right, rolling with Westwood. It's Friday the 13th, baby. 2024, December 13. Here we go. All right. Oh, man. Everything's falling apart. That's what happens when it gets older. Everything gets old and falls apart. Look at this stupid thing. Cold weather doesn't help. It's cold. 13 degrees right now. 13 degrees on Friday the 13th. I still get this old Band-Aid on. Yesterday I slammed it in a drawer, and it's just, anyway, you know, the drawer was open and I pushed it shut, and my finger got caught between the countertop and the drawer. Didn't pull out soon enough. Got a lifelong, at least a day-long damage. You know, you never pull it out, you're gonna have damage. You're gonna have consequences. So anyway, the funny thing is the Band-Aid, my wife, she set out 3 Band-Aids yesterday. I did it yesterday morning. So she put it on. She's like, it's bleeding. Like, took a chunk out of my skin. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Put a Band-Aid on it. All right. So she put the Band-Aid on before she went to work. And she laid out 3 Band-Aids. Says, now change that throughout the day. I haven't changed it yet. 24 hours later. Nope, didn't change it. Don't care. So anyway, I'm already rambling. Let's get this on cruise control. It is cold. Even Westwood's a little chilly today. It was bone cold this morning. Yeah, I say this morning because right now it's like 20 after 8 Central Standard Time, Central Daylight Time. I don't even know what time. I don't even know the difference. Which one's standard, which one's daylight. All I know is I get an extra hour of sleep in the fall. But last night I didn't get any, well, I got a little bit of sleep, about an hour and a half. Thanks to Paulie P. It's your fault, man. I'm going to lose my voice. I'm not going to be able to have it on happy hour today. So I stayed up a little late last night. It was like a Westwood event. I was on Spaces, and I wasn't going to do Spaces. I thought, you know what? I need time to rest. I got to get up. I got to take the dogs to get groomed. You don't need to be staying up too late. What did I do? 5 a.m., hanging in the bar. Toned down the drinking a lot earlier than that. I stayed up a lot longer. I mean, the time just started flying once it hit 1 o'clock. Paulie jumps into the Spaces, the chat on Twitter, and man, we just went. Everybody else, we put them to sleep. I think Allie might have stayed up. I think she was still awake. Yeah, she was. Dropped her phone, I think. So I stayed up a little late. And so now this morning, I'm kind of hurting a little bit. Not too bad. But, man, it is cold. I came in at 5, a little after 5, brought the dogs in. It was dark, and I mean, you know those nights, there's no wind, and it's just cold, and you feel it kind of permeate into your bones a little bit. Yeah, that's the way it was. Thank God there's no wind, because the wind is just a killer out here in the wide open plains. Not even plains, I don't even know what you call this. Prairie? I don't even know what I'm talking about. I don't even know why I started the camera. I'm surprised you're still watching. What does he have to say today? Well, I stopped at Dollar General, you know, because I dropped the dogs off, and then Dollar General's right there. I thought, oh, there's these little pizzas my daughter likes. I'll go in there and see, because the other Dollar General has them. They're hard to find. They're always sold out. Little mini cheese pizzas, and she likes those. Didn't have them at this one. They have them at the one, newer one down the road. And I got some there. But I went in there, and as I came out, I looked, and, you know, there's a red box machine. You know, the red box to where you can, I guess, get a physical DVD and take it home, get the movie, and then bring it back, drop it off, that kind of thing. Well, it's unplugged. There's no box there. There's still, like, the display with the pictures and the movies. I should have looked to see what movies were still in there. It would have given me a clue as far as how long it was, how long it's been out. Gone. But anyway, the machine's gone, the red box machine. It got me thinking a little bit about where we're going. It's all going digital. Kind of been preaching about this a little bit. Hey, it's all going digital. You might want to have some digital money. You might want some sound money for the digital age. You might want some Litecoin. You might want to short the banks. But instead, no, we're not shorting the banks. No, we're looking for validation. You know, Bitcoin. We want the government to love Bitcoin. We want the government to regulate Bitcoin. We need rules because we can't figure it out on our own. We don't have free will. We can't take risks. Oh, no. Well, you can walk into a casino and drop your life savings and your whole paycheck and all, as much money as you can tap. And they're fine with that. They don't care. But crypto, hey, we need to watch these people. We need to be careful, Can't have sound money for the digital age in people's pockets, something they can use peer-to-peer, electronic cash, without our permission or the bank's permission. Nah, we can't have that. But the red box is gone. It used to be the Blockbuster. I don't know if anybody ever Family Video, all the video stores. I used to go into the video store. And when there was a new release, oh my gosh, it's coming out on DVD. It used to be VHS. It's coming out on DVD, and they'd have the whole section of just the one movie, James Bond, 007, the latest movies out. And they'd have 30 of them. Yeah, they'd all be rented. Friday night, you go in there, hey, get a pizza, get a movie, go cuddle on the couch, watch it, stay at home, not on a phone, not, sitting there on the phone texting each other. No, not that. No, we actually, sat down and watched a movie together. Maybe had a slice of pizza, maybe some popcorn. You'd take it home and then you'd take it back. And Netflix, when Netflix first came out, they'd mail the DVDs and you'd get them in the mail and then you'd send them back when you're done. You get another one of your choice. All that's gone. All that physical media is gone. Talked about it a little bit last night, but we are going all digital. The danger of going all digital is you'll end up with something called the Mandela effect, to where it comes from the term that everybody thought, a lot of people thought, Nelson Mandela died in prison in South Africa, and then he got released. And people are like, I thought he died in prison. So there's that latent memory that, hey, I thought this happened, but the facts in my face don't really jive with that. Berenstain Bears versus Berenstein Bears, that kind of thing. What was it? Shazam, the movie. Is it Sinbad or is it the other guy? I don't know, or Shaquille O'Neal. So you've got this latent effect, this memory towards man, I know that was the way it was. And then all of a sudden you're like, you pick it up, you're like, that's not the way it is. What the heck happened? Did that book change? What happened? But I think the point is, how much easier would that be to manipulate the past, manipulate your reality if it's all digital? You can change a website. Go to the website and it's like, oh, let me search this up. You go to the website and it's like New York Times says, and you remember it saying one thing, and now it says something different. Very easy to change in the digital world. Down the memory hole. It's like 1984. Winston, and it's like they burn memories. They throw information down the memory hole. I think they called it. I don't know what they called it. Anyway, it went away, and everything was rewritten. History was rewritten. And hey, we've always been at war with Eurasia. No, we've always been at war with East Asia. It's always been this way. And Oceania, And that's the danger that we have when things can be manipulated. Remember the set-top boxes that we got? Oh, we're going digital TV. You're no longer going to be able to get an analog signal. And with the analog signal on TVs, remember, I don't know if anybody remembers anymore, but you remember, I remember that it would like go in and out and be fuzzy. You'd still see the images, but when it wasn't clear, it was like a little fuzzy. Oh man. Digital, it's either on or it isn't. Zeros and ones, baby. But with the analog, at least you'd get the signal, and it might not be in, it's like a radio station, it goes in and out depending upon where you're at. You go down the hill and it's like, oh, I don't hear the frequency anymore. Bear with me. Let me grab this mail. And nada. Oh, shoot. You slammed my foot in the door. Yeah, I need a Band-Aid for that. I'm not putting my seatbelt on because I'm just going around the corner. But you'd have, things could get lost with the digital. It doesn't show up. Disappears. Gets changed. Don't know what happened. That's what happens when you have old cars. You got to get out. You don't want to roll the window down in the winter. It might not go back up. That would be a bad thing. And I don't want to deal with that right now. But things get lost. Things get scrubbed down the memory hole. It ends up like Redbox, to where you can't get a CD, you can't get a physical representation of anything anymore. Movies. I guess my point is this. Build a library of movies that you like, because there might be a movie that you really like, and you're, oh, I'll just go out on Netflix. Oh man, it's not on Netflix. Okay, I guess I'll just go out on Hulu. Oh, it's not on Hulu? Man. I'll just go out on, what are some of the other ones? I don't even know. But it's not there. And they rotate that stuff on and off. So you got to ask yourself, I mean, hey, there's this movie I want to watch. I want to see Eyes Wide Shut by Stanley Kubrick because, there's a lot of information on, the powers that be and how they operate. I want to go watch that movie again and really dig into it. Oh, sorry, not available. Just left Netflix. Oh, it's not on the Hulu. Not on anything. But you can't find it anywhere else. Oh, you can go to Amazon Prime. That's the other one I'm thinking about. Go to Amazon Prime. Well, if you're a Prime member, then you can get all these movies for free. But this one you have to pay for. 25-year-old movie. You got to go pay for it. It's like, how much is it? $4. Like, what? You used to be able to buy that used at a garage sale for 50 cents. That's my point. Go to these garage sales. I know, my wife's like, don't be a hoarder. No, go to these garage sales and get a box of DVDs for a couple bucks. Save these movies. Have these things on hand because you never know when you're not going to be able to watch them again. And it's like, oh, what was that movie? Oh, yeah. And then you can't ever find it. Can't order it. It's not in print. It's not being, lasered, whatever you want to call it. Same with books. Those things, once they're gone, they're gone. And that's the way they want it. It's like the library at Alexandria, gone. I'm sure somebody got the knowledge. Somebody scooped it up. Might be in the basement of the Vatican. Somewhere. Might be in a vault. Might be on a big UFO mothership. Taking off from Iran. No, that's a bunch of crap, too. So, have these things in your possession because, they don't have to hit you with an EMP for everything to get lost. And your way of life to get lost. No, all they have to do is scrub the history, a generation back, and you've lost it. You got nothing. You got you just have a latent memory. And everything's a Mandela effect. The whole world, your whole life is a Mandela effect. You don't know what's real, what's not real. Did I dream it? Did I watch it? I don't know. I can't validate anything. I gotta watch those big cats, man. When those big cats are ready to pounce on you, and you got a gun and you didn't pull the trigger, you might want to pull the trigger a little sooner. Or just stay away from big cats. You know I'm talking about you. All right, so I think it's important going forward. Yes, the digital world can be a great thing. We could go full George Jetson. We could have, the, whatever Cliff High says, he calls it the, I'm going on like an hour and a half of sleep. The sci-fi world. That's great, and all the technology that comes with it makes it life easier, but at some point, don't we just want to go like full steampunk? I kind of do. That's what I call it. Steampunk, just look that up and what that is. It's like modernizing old technology and making it cool, but not participating in, I don't know, the whole new technology. It's like old technology made high-tech kind of thing. Well, that's a weird style, but I kind of see myself going down that road, and I say it a lot because at some point I don't want to participate in this digital world, because it's so artificial and so created, and it's cool. It's nice. It does stimulate the imagination, but the thing is, it's like, what's the next thing? That's what it is. It's what's next, rather than an appreciation and absorption of history that can formulate opinions and thoughts and kind of create and mold who you are. You kind of come to decisions. People will say, well, why do you think that way? Because I do. Well, how did you get to this point? I don't know. I read a bunch of stuff that I can't even remember the title of anymore. That's really good stuff that nourished my soul and, shaped me. I can't cite it because I've forgotten more than I've ever learned, but I do remember it. And I can go back to the book if I have to and find it. Oh, yeah, that was John Donne. Yes, no man is an island entire of itself. Piece of the continent, part of the main, for whom the bell tolls. That kind of thing. And so it's, it's there, but it's nice to be able to go there to see where it came from rather than, oh, let me search it up online and then pull up the poem. And it's like, wait a minute, I thought it was John Donne. It's actually John Locke? No, it's John Donne, right? And that's the kind of stuff that you deal with. So I don't know, man. Trust yourself. Look to the past It has all the answers to the future. Nothing has changed. We have been the same as we always have been until we get transhumanized. And you got to look at the people who are coming into the forefront and on the world stage now. They might be into that stuff. So don't go full Terminator. Trust yourself. Get physical things. Get the things that that you can always look for, and they'll always be there, rather than hoping that they're there and they just disappeared. So don't go full Mandela. Go full you. Can't even speak. All right. Hope you have a wonderful day. Hope this made sense at some level. I don't even know. I'm in a waking dream right now. But check us out on Happy Hour, the lovely Litecoin Lisa's channel. Link is below. Today around 5 o'clock Central Time-ish. And we'll talk about some of this stuff. Hope to see you there. Love you all. Trust yourselves. Exit the vampire casino. Do not jump full bore into the digital vampire casino, because they're just trying to replicate the same thing that they've created. They're just going to make it much more seamless and much more singular, singularity, that kind of thing. All right. Love you all. Have a wonderful Friday the 13th.